Hello and thanks for checking out ChartGuys.com. We're proud to be one of the most successful technical analysis communities online, teaching you the skills to become a more confident, effective, and informed trader. Join our community of hundreds of analysts worldwide working together to learn the charts, generate profit, and achieve financial independence. For access to daily live chart analysis and market coverage, a thriving chat community, along with dozens of hours of exclusive educational materials. We look forward to seeing you. Let's check out some charts. Everyone checking in on the market. So the bulls tagged a new all-time high today in the S&P 500 before we got some volatility in the middle of the day, talking about China tariffs. And we are looking to the trade deal signing tomorrow. And everybody wondering, is that going to be a sell the news event? I personally don't think so. If it is, I will be looking for a daily higher low compared to 320.15. I don't recall ever seeing a sell the news event that was market wide and had any meaningful top on that news. So I personally am not concerned with it. We'll continue watching what we always watch. So we ended today with a 15-minute equilibrium in reaction to that dump and volatility. And if we were to see a break of short-term support, the low of today, again, we zoom out and I would be looking at 320.15 as the most important level for me. IWM, daily trend has changed. Odds of a bull flag on the weekly time frame. It's actually already been confirmed, so they go up significantly. Weekly bull flag, higher low at 163.54. There's our higher high, breaking resistance. Good sign for the bulls, and anything above 164.07 is a daily higher low. QQQ, continuing to go up with the bulls. Every single day, a higher low the last 6 days. When that pattern breaks, anything above 212.24 will be a daily higher low. It's not looking like if we see market weakness, it will come from the tech sector with how strong we've been. Because again, from this point, we can pull back 3% and still be in a daily uptrend. As I have been highlighting, it is the XLF financial sector for me, which had the start of its earnings today, and the sector reacted to those initial earnings. We have yet another top, and we have a triple top at the all-time high here. But if you go back 10 years, there's a top around this level from 2008, previous all-time high before the collapse as well. So this is going to be very notable for me for the rest of the week and potentially further, because if we cannot break a new all-time high convincingly, and if we break 30.46, that's the big if, because if we trade sideways, it's just fine for market bulls. But if we break this level after all these tops at the all-time high, in my opinion, that will be an indication that weekly consolidation is due on the S&P 500. So 30.46 is a very important level for me, and I'm going to continue watching it on a daily basis. Again, if that level holds, market bulls and sector bulls are just fine. Healthcare sector, daily higher low clearly established at 101.95, and bulls just need a break of 103.33 for a convincing new all-time high. Could this be a cup and handle pattern? It doesn't fit the exact definition because the right side did break the left side, but it's pretty much a double top. So you could make the argument that it is a potential cup and handle. We have the Democratic debate tonight. Just be aware that if there is any if there's any bearish talk about pharmaceuticals and all that, I do think it would most likely be priced in at this point. We can fully say that the Democratic Party is bearish, the biotech sector in general. So I don't think it would have any major impact, but just something to be aware of. And we'll see if the healthcare bulls can break that top tomorrow. Biotech sector, huge save of support. Low of yesterday, held by 6 pennies, and then a rocket ship for the bulls, up 3% today. Tons of volatility in the biotech sector, and a base of support 91.83, 92.08, 92.14. Now the bulls have to break 96.80. Very impressive bounce. The VIX, big upper wick of profit taking today, and still looking down at 1170, and still watching to see can the bulls give us a weekly higher low compared to 1170 to stay in this 6-week, it's actually an 8-week tightening range at this point. BYND up after hours. Saw some climaxes in BYND and Tesla, and we were watching for those this morning. Reason being huge green days yesterday and huge gap up opens today. So just overextended. BYND way more volume climax top looking than Tesla is. Tesla is still an hourly uptrend. Very impressive recovery for Tesla from profit taking today. We have to lose the hourly uptrend for any notable weakness. And so far, bulls continue to buy dips. Gold. So gold broke our base of support in the 1540s. Haven't seen a ton of bear follow through, but now we're trying to get back through previous support, now resistance. And you can see the bulls are struggling a little bit at those levels. Best case for the bulls over the next couple days is a break of 1563 to get back over that lower high. And if we want a different time frame, 12-hour chart, little lower high and lower low with no bear follow through. So let's see if this 12-hour bull momentum can come back, which would be not a bull flag, but a good sign to break support and not see follow through. Silver is weaker than gold. It did get more bear follow through on its support break. 12-hour resistance here is 1815. And again, the 4-hour bounce, not entirely convincing for strength at this point. That being said, the bull miners had a good day today and closed up at the high. And it's almost like we had an overreaction on miners yesterday with gold not really dropping much. And now the bulls corrected that with a strong day today without gold really doing much bullish. So we need an hourly trend change on these miners. That hasn't happened yet. This move went straight from the low of the day to the high of the day. So on any consolidation tomorrow, we're looking for an hourly higher low compared to 29.05, and we'll need that hourly trend change for confidence that this move can have follow through. Oil oversold bounce trying to get going, but it just was a weak bounce to hit exponential 4-hour resistance. And we're heading back down towards the low now. All it did was cool off RSI levels. Support is 57.72. If we can't get over 4-hour exponential 12-period resistance, we know this bounce is not going anywhere. And natural gas, this is why it's so hard for me to trust natural gas bulls, especially while we're still in monthly, weekly, and daily downtrends. And if we break the low of today tomorrow, our lower high will be set at 2254, and we'll then need to see the bulls hold 2084. Only hope for the bulls, if that is the case, would be an inverse head and shoulders. So overall, market bulls just fine. They're up after hours. So that 15-minute equilibrium is breaking bullish in extended hours. Actually, I take that back. Not just yet. Coming up on that resistance. So bulls are fine. And XLF is going to be the key for any short-term weakness, in my opinion. And then, of course, we'll be watching Netflix earnings next week. I believe they're next week. I have to double check that. But they are first for the tech sector, and we'll be looking for the tech sector as a whole to respond initially to how Netflix earnings come out. And in my opinion, tech sector earnings are more important to the market overall short term than any trade deal signing tomorrow, as that event is mostly priced in. We will get some new information and some details perhaps, but for the most part, priced in. So hope you had a good day. Bulls keep chugging along and keeping an eye on the financial sector for the next few days. Have a good rest of your night and do some good things.
It's a party. It's a bird party.